blade pierces through chainmail. Blood pools on ancient stone. A king's own brother watches, smiling, as the crown slips from dying fingers. This is how empires fall, not to enemies, but to family. While you're thinking about that brotherly betrayal, let me introduce you to Isabella of France, also known as the She-Wolf. This woman perfected the art of revenge so thoroughly, it took down an entire kingdom. It's 1325. Isabella is Queen of England, married to Edward II, and she's absolutely miserable. Her husband openly flaunts his male lovers at court, ignoring her completely. In medieval terms, this isn't just personal humiliation, it's political suicide. A queen's power comes through her relationship with the king, and Edward has essentially made her irrelevant. But Isabella isn't just sitting around feeling sorry for herself. She's watching, learning, building networks. And when she's sent to France to negotiate with her brother, the French king, she sees her opportunity. Picture this scenario. You're a queen with no real power in your husband's court, but you have access to foreign allies, your own son as heir to the throne, and intimate knowledge of your husband's weaknesses. What would you do? Isabella does something unprecedented. She refuses to return to England. Instead, she starts building an invasion force in her own name. She's not just planning to remove her husband from power, she's planning to rule through her teenage son. This is a medieval woman launching a hostile takeover of one of Europe's most powerful kingdoms. And the most brilliant part, she makes it look like she's acting out of motherly duty to protect the realm. But Isabella's masterstroke is still coming, because taking down a king requires more than armies. It requires turning his own people against him, and she knows exactly who to target. Welcome to the brutal reality of medieval politics, where trust is a luxury no one can afford. Today we're diving into 3 betrayals, so shocking, so perfectly orchestrated, they make House of Stark look like amateur hour. We're talking about real people who faced impossible choices, ambitious brothers, desperate queens, and loyal friends who became deadly enemies. These aren't just dusty history lessons. These are psychological thrillers that actually happened, where one wrong move meant death, and the right betrayal could change the course of nations. And here's what's wild. Scroll through any newsfeed today, and you'll see the exact same patterns playing out. The names change, the weapons evolve, but human nature? That stays terrifyingly consistent. Drop a comment right now if you're ready to discover how medieval masterminds pulled off the most devastating betrayals in history. Our first story takes us to 12th century England, where 2 brothers are about to destroy each other over something we all recognize. Sibling rivalry taken to its absolute bloody extreme. But what happens next will make you question everything you thought you knew about family loyalty. Picture this. You're Henry the young king, crowned heir to the most powerful empire in medieval Europe. Your father, Henry II, controls England and half of France. You have the title, the crown, but here's the catch. You have 0 actual power. Your dad won't let go of control, and you're basically a 28-year-old prince playing dress-up. Now imagine your younger brother Geoffrey, the spare heir, whispering in your ear, "Father will never give you real power, but together we can take it." This is 1183, and medieval politics are about to get personal. Henry the young king makes his choice. He rallies his supporters, declares war on his own father, and begins tearing the Angevin Empire apart from the inside. Think about it. This is like a modern-day prince launching a coup against the sitting president, except with actual swords and siege warfare. For months, brother fights father across France, castles burn, armies clash, and Geoffrey? He's playing both sides, secretly negotiating with dear old dad while publicly supporting his brother's rebellion. But here's where this family drama turns into something much darker. Henry the young king is winning. His rebellion is actually succeeding. His father is on the defensive. Victory seems within reach. And that's exactly when Geoffrey decides to make his move. Pause the video right now and guess what happens next. Does Geoffrey stay loyal to his brother, or does family mean nothing when a crown is at stake? Here's what makes these betrayals so perfectly medieval and so perfectly modern. Geoffrey and Isabella both understood that power isn't about being the strongest or the most legitimate. It's about being the most strategic. Geoffrey didn't win because he was a better warrior than his brother. He won because he realized loyalty was negotiable. Isabella didn't succeed because she had the biggest army. She succeeded because she turned her husband's weaknesses into her strengths. Look around today. Corporate boardrooms, political campaigns, even family businesses, the same patterns play out everywhere. The person who wins isn't always the person who deserves it. It's the person who best understands human nature. If these stories blew your mind, you need to subscribe right now, because next week, we're covering the betrayal that literally started the Renaissance, and it involves the Pope, a banking family, and enough poison to kill half of Italy. These aren't just history lessons, they're masterclasses in human psychology. And trust me, after you understand how medieval minds worked, you'll never look at modern politics the same way again. What betrayal should we cover next? Let me know in the comments below. Back to Geoffrey and the young king. Remember them? Well, while Henry is celebrating his victories against their father, Geoffrey is secretly meeting with Henry II's representatives. The deal? Geoffrey switches sides, and in exchange he gets his brother's inheritance. Think about this for a second. Geoffrey isn't just betraying his brother, he's betraying him at the moment of triumph. It's like your business partner selling your company to competitors right before you're about to close the biggest deal of your life. The betrayal comes during what should be Henry's moment of greatest victory. Geoffrey suddenly withdraws his support, taking half the rebel army with him. Henry the young king finds himself isolated, surrounded, and completely outmaneuvered. Within weeks, Henry dies. Some say from illness brought on by stress. Others whisper about poison. Geoffrey becomes heir to the Angevin Empire, exactly as planned. Meanwhile, Isabella's invasion of England succeeds beyond her wildest dreams. Why? Because she understood something crucial about medieval politics. It's not enough to defeat your enemies, you have to make them defeat themselves. Her husband Edward II had alienated so many nobles with his favoritism and poor leadership, that when Isabella landed with her forces, the English aristocracy welcomed her as a liberator. Edward's own supporters abandoned him. Edward II was captured, forced to abdicate, and died under mysterious circumstances in Berkeley Castle. Some historians believe Isabella ordered his murder. Others think she simply let nature take its course. Team Isabella or Team Edward? Drop your choice in the comments. But wait until you hear what happened next.